Let's go flying.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's live show. And let's just jump right in. I'm excited to talk about everything. First and foremost, I'm heading to Arizona. We're going to talk about some of the merchandise stuff that we've been working on and a lot of news. We're going to talk and remind you about the upcoming appearances that the Flying Cowboys are going to be joining. And then we're going to have a little Q&A. So enter your super chats now, and I'll answer your questions live. So first and foremost, Flying Cowboys, at least some of us, are heading down to Arizona. I have a firm confirmation that Jason Sneed is already down there playing in his Carbon Cub. I'm going to join him next week with Scott Palmer, Trent Palmer, and hopefully we can be joined by some other friends, Ty Firkin and some other guys. It's going to be super fun. You can hopefully meet up with us at the Copper State Fly-In down next weekend. That's February 8th, 9th, and 10th in Arizona at Buckeye. So that'll be really awesome. Come down, say hello. Merchandise. You have asked, we've responded. We now have, along with a lot of other really cool items, we have mugs, we have some new shirt designs, even some fun items like aprons and things like that if you're into barbecuing and grilling, that kind of thing. So check out the Flying Cowboys store at store.flyingcowboys.com. We're working for you. We're trying to come out with some cool stuff. Keep your comments coming, though. If you've got merchandise ideas, or if you're a supplier and you make cool stuff and you want us to carry your awesomeness, let me know. Send us a message through whatever social media avenue you would like. I'd love to carry your awesome merchandise. Our followers would as well. So let's cover some news. There's a lot going on in aviation, and it's hard to sift through and figure out what to cover. But this weekend is the Super Bowl. It's going to be in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Watch out for TFRs. If you're flying into that area for the Super Bowl or for anything this weekend, I hope you had a reservation. A lot of the airports in the surrounding area are going to be chocked full of airplanes. So as you're doing your flight planning and you're in that area, please be aware of what's going on there. You don't want to have a situation where you get on the ground and there's no place for you to park, or no tie downs if you need it, or if you need a hangar space, none of that. A lot of people are taking reservations. For example, there's a PPR system at the Fulton County Airport, which is closest to where the Super Bowl is. And reservations vary between $1,700 to $3,400 to get in there. And once again, make sure you have a reservation. Make sure you're aware of, the TFRs. Check your NOTAMs. The normal stuff. Kind of fun associated with this. In South Carolina, there's a CAP wing that is flying around in their CAP aircraft and being chased around by F-16s. And so those F-16s are going to be all practiced up to intercept you if you bust that TFR. Who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl? I don't have a horse in the race, so quite frankly, I don't care. Yes, Santa Monica. I'm going to talk about this until everything comes to fruition. The city of Santa Monica is up to their shenanigans again. They've shortened the airport already down from 5,000 to 3,500 feet. And there's been now 42 documented instances of that unusable surface area that's basically displaced threshold type of unusable. But there's been at least 2 cases of aircraft using it for emergencies. Hang on one sec. My goodness. What are you telling me?
42.
No, there's been 2 cases of emergencies. There's been 42 instances of it being utilized by general aviation aircraft. Most of it by transient aircraft that may or may not be aware of what's going on. But, because of these emergencies, in my opinion, it goes to show that is probably not a good idea to just tear it up and make it turf. And that's exactly what the city of Santa Monica is doing. They are accepting requests for proposals now from contractors to literally tear up that unusable portion of runway surface and turn it into a turf section. As I've previously reported, Santa Monica is authorized to close the airport in 2028. The only way to reverse that is through our help. Guys, there's a great program over at AOPA. They have an airport advocacy program. Reach out to those guys. Let's put our heads together and let's fight for Santa Monica. It's one of my favorite airports, as I've said before, in the Santa Monica, LA area. It's one of the oldest airports, a lot of history there. It just breaks my heart. In cool technology news, if you fly a experimental light sport aircraft or an ultralight aircraft, Radiant Technology has just come out with a brand new universal airspeed indicator. I checked out their website. I haven't seen the device itself, but it looks really cool. It's all digital display. It reports your airspeed in all three popular ranges, whether it be knots, miles per hour, kilometers an hour. Very cool. So check out that airspeed indicator from from Radiant Technologies. Very cool. I thought that was a fun device. Anytime anybody's innovating in aviation, I want to talk about it. So that's really fun and awesome. Now, I have a daughter, and so whenever there's a female pilot who does something really awesome in aviation, I want to recognize it. So I want to congratulate Zoe Kotnick. She is the first commander of the F-16 Viper demonstration team. I am super stoked about it. Just a couple of days ago, General Mike Holmes crowned her, promoted her, whatever you want to call it, and certified her as the new F-16 commander of the demo team. Hope to see her flying at demonstrations throughout the country. She has over 1,000 flying hours in her 8 years of military flying service, and she's going to be tearing up the skies at an air show near you. Look out for Zoe. Awesome, awesome news there. Congratulations again. Okay, I received a letter in the last couple of days. I'm not sure when I got it. I looked at it today, but Jamie Lynn Blanchard sent me this letter about her brother, Erik Holt. And Erik and his family, he and his wife, and they have 2 children, were flying over Wyoming in their Cherokee aircraft, and they suffered a complete catastrophic engine failure. And here's where it gets really awesome. Everybody landed, everybody's okay, but the aircraft is stuck and stranded up in the high mountains area in Wyoming. And so they've launched a GoFundMe campaign to help them get their aircraft out of the snow. So if you want to help them out, please do so. Click on the GoFundMe link in the description below. I'm sure Erik and his family would sure appreciate that. Erik's been a viewer of this channel for a number of months, and if that happened to me, it's always nice to circle the wagons and get help when you need it. Holy cow, it has been super, super cold lately in the Midwest, the northern Midwest especially. Wind chills of 50 degrees below zero in many parts of the country. That is super cold. One of the fun stories is commuter train tracks are being lit on fire. It's been so cold. The heat expansion and contraction is shearing the bolts that hold those railways together. So that's kind of interesting. So if you're in one of those areas, watch out. Chris has a fun little tidbit that he's going to jump in here and share about cold weather flying. This is Chris West.
Let me clear this off here.
Hate to put you on the spot, but welcome to the party. Come on in, bro.
Hello. In cold weather flying, for anyone that wants to know the regs, I think it's 91-144. In areas of greater than 31 inches of mercury or less than, I think it's 28 inches of mercury, it's actually illegal to fly until a NOTAM is issued of compensation. The Colesman altimeters can only correctly compensate from 28.1. Nice. From 28.1 up to 32 inches of mercury. So if that happens, don't go flying. You'll get in trouble.
Awesome. Well, that's a fun fact in the aviation community. If you're flying and you notice that the forecast calls for extreme high pressure, anything over 31 inches, check your NOTAMs. Might want to make sure that it's completely legal to fly. Here is the last story of the day and one of my favorites. Can I see your screen? Steve Henry is busting out a brand new Highlander aircraft, and he posted a video earlier this morning showing the wings just nearing completion. Super, super excited for Steve. You can follow his antics on Instagram at Wild West Steve or on Facebook. All right, sorry about that. We had something freeze up on us. Don't know exactly what happened there. Let's talk about shout outs. Yeah, I already talked about Steve. Maybe I need to repeat it. Steve's Highlander is he's working on it. This video showing his wing project. You can follow Steve on Instagram at Wild West Steve and also on Facebook. Back to shout outs. Nick Holmes, congratulations, buddy, soloing your Kit Fox aircraft. That is cause for celebration, my friend. You can check out Nick Holmes' solo video on YouTube right now. And, okay, upcoming events and appearances. These are more or less just a reminder. The Flying Cowboys will be at Sun and Fun April 2nd through the 7th. Of course, we'll be at Oshkosh. That's in late July, July 22nd through the 28th. The Reno Air Races, where we will bring you STOL drag for the first time. That's going to be September 11th through the 15th. Check out the Reno Air Races website or stoldrag.com for more details. And of course, the High Sierra Fly-In is October 17th through the 20th, where the world champion of all STOL drag will be crowned. If you want the Flying Cowboys to appear in an aviation event near you, there is a link in the description below where you can fill out a form and request us to be either a speaker at your event, come and put on a STOL demonstration, or just appear and have some fun with you. Okay, super chats and Q&A. Let's get right into it. Is there any that you've noticed? Come on, guys. No super chats and Q&A? Well, then that makes the end of the video really, really right here upon us. There's a lot of comments, but no real questions. So let's go ahead and end the video. Thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Click that like button if you like the video. Support us by buying stuff on the Flying Cowboys store. We will see you on the next one. Awesome.